Hello people, StrangeTemplar here. Welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast Unleashed. Last episode, we were right about here, showing off our cool blaze killing station, and all of that goodness. However, after I paused the episode and went on to do some more things, I did some more work with some bees offline. We are up to cultivated drones. We got ourselves some common drones over here, but I digress. Over here, I realized one very small, important thing. These blazes will only spawn if I am near to the blaze spawner. Even with the thing up there, the chunk loader, these blazes will not spawn unless I am very close to them. So that is one small problem with the setup that we have now. As long as I'm standing around in this area, it will kill them, and it will collect the blazes for us. However, as soon as we step away from here, they will stop spawning in, which is not so good for us. So what I did is I stood around and got some of these blaze rods, and let me go ahead and throw them in our bag here. And so I got some collected. What we're going to do today is we're going to connect this chest to an ender chest. We're going to get this thing connected to an ender chest, and basically get all of our inventories connected to ender chests so that they'll immediately go into our ME system, immediately get all that in. And we're also going to work on a way to make this redstone engine crap look a little bit nicer, take up a little less room, and be slightly more efficient on our memory and our computer resources. So that's kind of what we're going to work on today. So to get started, what we're going to do is come down here, and we want to make ourselves a assembly table. Let's see, assembly table. Just like this. We have some obsidian, we have a diamond gear, a diamond, and a redstone. So you're going to be using 5 diamond to make it, but it'll be worth it in the end. There's a lot of cool things that you can make with it. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a diamond gear real quick. Just wait for those to make. Wait for it. There it goes. And then we want that, and I'm putting them in the wrong spot already. Then we wanted some redstone, which is right here. And then some obsidian, which we put on the sides. Just like so. And that gives us an assembly table. The next thing that we're going to want to get is a laser. Yes, we get to play with lasers today. So lasers look just like this. 2 diamonds, 2 obsidian, and some redstone on the outside. So this whole setup is a little bit expensive, but we can make some pretty cool things, like I said, with it. And we want the redstone on the outside like that. And then we pick up the obsidian like that, and that gives us a laser. We're actually going to be making a couple of these here in a second, and we're also going to want to grab a little bit of redstone, a little bit of iron, and our ender pearls. There we go, just like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our new room that we made specifically for this area, and we're going to make a couple more things in here eventually. Oops. Wrong order. You want to set up the laser connected to an energy source, and you want to make sure that it's powered, and you want to put down your assembly table, just like so. And what we do is, in here, is on the right hand side, we put in our materials, and we can signify what we want to create. And what we want to create is, we want to create a redstone chipset, an iron chipset, and a pulsating chipset. We're actually going to want to make all of those. And actually, before I do that, let me put down 1 golden transport pipe, and you'll see why here in a second. We're going to put the assembly table on top of that, like so. So once again, redstone, iron, and ender pearls. And so once you click over, you want to click over here and say, I want a redstone chipset. And in 1 second, this laser is going to start shooting out here, and you'll see this progress bar start to move. Once this progress bar is fully complete, we'll go down by 1 redstone, and it'll make ourselves a redstone chipset. All of these chipsets are available here, and you'll be able to see, like, a redstone chipset takes 1 redstone, and it takes 10,000 Minecraft joules to make. An iron chipset costs 20,000 Minecraft joules to make and requires a redstone and an iron ingot. A pulsating chipset takes 40,000 Minecraft joules and uses redstone and 1 ender pearl. So these are fairly expensive to make, but the things that we can do with them eventually are pretty darn cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop this back on itself. So basically anything it makes, it's going to shoot out the bottom, and it's going to circle around and go right back in. Because once we have all of these things made, we're going to put them all together and make something even cooler with it. We're going to end up making ourselves a... what's it called? No, not pulsating. Crap, what... oh, man, what is it called? Chipset. Why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? And uses for those would be... wait for it. Not a logistics chassis. One of these. And then we make... nope, not that. Although that's cool too. There's a lot of cool things we can make with it. Okay, what can we make with the pulsating chipset? Here we go, an autarchic gate. I don't even know how to properly pronounce it. That's probably why I have such a hard time. So the redstone chipset is going to turn into a gate, which is then going to turn into an autarchic gate. And basically, we're going to be spending a lot of power on these things. So that's why we're going to make some multiple lasers, because each laser will add to it. And you'll see here, this progress bar is almost done. You'll see that it disappeared, and it went down, it came back around, and there it is again. And so what it's going to do is it's going to continually keep making all of these things. And I believe it goes in order. Once a redstone chipset is made, it's going to go down, make an iron chipset, then it's going to make a pulsating chipset, then it's going to make a gate, and then it's going to keep looping around. And these items are going to keep coming back in, because once all of these things are made, we'll be able to make ourselves an autarchic gate with it. Eventually you can make diamond chipsets, which you can make... basically what they're going to do is they're going to create some sort of logic circuit for these pipes. And you'll see when they're fully made. But we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing while we work on a couple other things. Like I said, we are going to make ourselves some ender chests. So let's go ahead and pull all that out. Type in ender chest. Like this one, okay. And if we shift-click right there, it'll put that all in for us. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing our ender pearls that we just got rid of. So let's take our iron. Let's take a minium stone. If we still have one, we do. Perfect. And what we'll do is we will go right here, put our iron like so, and minium stone. 4 iron makes 1 ender pearl. And so we're good. Just like that. So we're going to make, I believe we need 2 of them right now. So let's go ahead and take that. The first one we're going to do is put right up here. Come on. There we go. So this one, we're going to take everything out of there and replace it with a ender chest. So now everything that comes out of these bees is going to loop right back into here, which is going to get imported directly into our ME system. And we're going to go ahead and set this one over here for now. It's not quite ready to go quite yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there, and we're eventually going to put a wooden... so basically, we're going to pull everything out of here and put it right there. Pretty easy. So for that, come back down here. We're going to need, like I said, a wooden pipe. Wooden transport pipe right there. Thank you. We don't need any more of these for now. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a couple more lasers so we can get those gates working quickly here. Laser. Let's make, I think we can make 2 more. I think is all we can make right now. These do have a limited range, and I believe they only work on 1 assembly table at a time. So if you were to put multiple assembly tables, they won't work quite like that. Let's see. Yep, those will work. And you'll see they go through the same power sequences as the quarry does. But you'll notice that this should start moving quite a bit faster now. Yeah, there you go. It's moving along fairly well. We'll keep that going. Eventually I'll make a whole wall worth of lasers. But I'm going to have to make some more energy conduits to do that. And over here, so basically, well, that's waiting. We're just trying to buy some time here. What we're going to do, so the combs are going to go directly into there, which are going to go into our ME station. what we're going to want to do with that then is automatically deposit it into our centrifuge. So to do that, we need some ME cabling, like so. And we'll probably want to make a little bit extra just to be safe. Let's go ahead and make 10 of them. Let's see, we're probably lacking the glass. Yep. Lacking the glass to make ME cables. Awesome. So wait for it. As soon as the glass is done, we should be able to start grabbing some here. There we go. 7 should be enough for now. Okay. So we're going to come over here. And I made a little hole here. What we're going to do is we're going to attach cabling all the way over here. And I'm going to get myself stuck back here. There we go. We're going to put our cabling like so. Then I went ahead and made some import buses, which we're going to do like there, there, and there. That will pull in all of the items from the back. So remember, the import buses, what they do is anything that's in the inventory here will automatically get pulled, and you'll see all of the beeswax, the honey drops, magic wax, and crystalline pollen will all start to get pulled back into the ME network. What we'll do with these export buses is we'll put them on top here, like so, and we can designate exactly what we want to go in here. And for this export bus, we want a seed. For this export bus, that is the carpenter. For now, we're going to keep it blank, but eventually what we can do is we can say we want the seed oil cans to go in there, we want the wood to go here, and it'll just start making us impregnated casings. For now, that's not really what we're going to do. Let's see, and then we should have a basic import bus, basic export bus here somewhere. What did I do with it? Did I throw it back in my ME network system? Oh man, let's go grab this real quick. Thank goodness for export. Thank goodness for the sprint utility on this. Lets us get around quicker. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to take ourselves a basic export bus, which we made before, and remember, adding a gold processor, the basic processor to them, will make a precision export bus. What we're going to do for this one is we're going to add in an advanced processor, which will give us a fuzzy export bus. So what we can do with this one is once we attach it here, we can right click and we can say split. Nope. Match any comb. So it should say, it should work. It's been a while since I worked with the fuzzy ones. It should say anything that matches the word comb or honey. Actually, you probably don't want that. So it's probably going to start throwing in honey drops too, which would not be good for us. But yeah, mundane combs are going to go in. Basically, now anything that matches honey or comb will get matched right in here. So all of the combs will get thrown in here, automatically centrifuged, and get thrown directly back into the system. So I just want to double check, make sure it doesn't accidentally throw in our honey drops or our honeydew. Because if that happens, it's going to jam the system, which we don't want. It would not be good to jam the system. So let's go ahead and wait 1 second here. Actually, let me just pull everything out just to see what happens. Nope. Perfect. Okay. So it manages it perfectly. So let's go ahead and throw these back into the system, and you'll see anything matching comb. Because remember, there are a ton of different combs in this comb. There are literally dozens of different combs, and one export bus won't be able to handle it. So anytime we do that, any type of comb will get thrown in immediately. So that's a great way to sort that. Let's go ahead and see how this is going over here. Should be close. Let's see, autarchic gate. So once we check that, it should be able to make itself. Let's go ahead and uncheck these real quick. Get this made, just so we can show what's going on. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in a diamond pipe right about here. And I'm going to put a chest in right there. And once this autarchic gate is done, what I'm going to say is everything that isn't an autarchic gate, so the autarchic gate will automatically go into the chest. Everything else will get fed right back into the assembly table. Basically that way. There we go. So, no, stop doing that. Come on. So right click on this. So yellow is for autarchic gates. Everything else is going to go back into there. So now that we have this, what we can do is we can go right over here. Actually, we need to tell it to start making all the other ones again, don't we? So we kind of turn those off. You just click on each of them, and you toggle which one you want made or which one you don't want made. It's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and let that go, do its thing. What we can do with this, though, is kill off the skeletons. Not with the autarchic gate, obviously, but with this. And what we can do here is we can take this off. We can take that out. And what we can do is we can attach the autarchic gate directly to the pipe. And then if we wanted to, we could put dirt right there, and I'll just sit there. And it's nice, out of the way, really easy to work with. And what we do for this is we just set it, and we say, this is basic logic. We say if the pipe is empty, which it is right now, and you'll see that this turns red to show that it's true. If there's items traversing, which there aren't right now, it goes blank. If there's a redstone signal, which there isn't. If there's no redstone signal, which there is, inventory empty, which right now it looks like there is no inventory. Or if there's items in inventory, which is the one we want, we can say energy pulsar, single energy pulse, or redstone signal on. So basically you can say, do some simple logic. If we were to put some redstone here and have it say, you know, if there's item in the inventory, turn the redstone signal on, it's actually going to power any kind of redstone that's next to it. But what we want is an energy pulsar. So basically anytime there's anything in this inventory, which once this rain clears up we'll be able to show you, it'll start pulsing automatically, just like this energy, just like this redstone energy engine, that's the word I'm looking for, like the engine was doing for us. And it's just a lot more compact, a lot more efficient, because it'll only be working when there's actually items to transport. Otherwise that engine would be ticking every single second. I think it does 1 per second. Now this will only go when there's inventory here, which is, I mean, it's not a big hit for your memory, but it will add up, especially once we expand this B system even further. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some more of these gates. And hopefully there should be a couple made. Nope, not yet. It'll get there eventually. Just takes a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and make this one first. But yeah, let me go ahead and pause it here for a second, guys, and when we come back I'll have a couple more gates and I'll be able to show you everything that's going on here. So just hold on 1 second. Alright, and we're back. So we have ourselves 4 more, and what we can do here is just basically get those out of the way, throw this in here, and same thing. Anytime there's items, inventory empty, we want it to do an energy pulsar. No, items in inventory. My bad. And it'll just basically keep going. Anytime a comb gets created, it'll immediately go into the ender chest, which will go into our ME network, which will go into the centrifuge, which will centrifuge it, and anything that gets centrifuged from it will go immediately back into our inventory. Immediately and easily, just like that. So now what we want to do over here is we're going to set ourselves up a wooden transport pipe right here, and same thing, we're going to put that in there, and anytime there's items in the inventory, oh, and it's also, that's the other thing to point out, these autarchic gates, they will pay attention to what they're connected to. So right now, it's not connected to any type of inventory. It's only connected to pipes. So it'll do the pipe things, but it won't check for inventories because there's no reason for it to check for inventories, and it knows that. So it's pretty cool the way it works. If I were to put a chest on here then, which is not the way to do this, don't do it this way. you'll be able to go through and it'll say inventory empty, items in inventory, all those different things. So it's cool. So what we're going to do is take that off, and let's come back over here. And what we're going to make to throw that into our chest automatically is an external distributor, which is this thing right here. To make an external distributor, all you need is some stone, some simple PCBs, which are already programmed over here, right there. Iron ingot, redstone, gold ingots. Pretty easy to make. So let's make ourselves 4 of these. 3, 4. There we go. And the sides like so. We're going to put redstone in the middle. And we're going to put smooth stone in the corners. Just like that. And that makes us an external distributor. Just like that. And what we do with this is we put it over here. Connect it right on top like that. And you'll see it connects to everything. And what this will do is say on the right, it has colored sides again. So on the right hand side, what we want is we want everything to go out of the right hand side. There we go. So basically everything, here you could say right click to remove. Right here we could say everything on the, let's wait for this guy to get out of the way. Come on, buddy, get moving. So right now we have the blue side and the yellow side. What we could say here is everything on the blue side goes out the red. And right here, what we're going to say is if there's items in the inventory, which there is because there's items on this blue side, it's going to come out of the red. It's kind of confusing, but you just look. You do a line right here and a line right here, and you'll see there's stuff over here which is colored blue. There's stuff over here which is colored yellow. And over here, it's saying, I want to throw these items from the blue side out of the red side up here. So what we'll do is we'll do an energy pulsar, and you'll see, if we look, oh, it's taking it from, really, it shouldn't be doing it from that side. If we do yellow, what does it do? Still does it. Okay, anyways, everything's going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say all. So now anything that's in this system is immediately going to come out of the right side, and you'll see it pulsing. It'll just continually pulse as long as there's items in the inventory, and it's just going to throw everything out and into the ender chest. Now, of course, the ender chest is going to go over there, and it's going to get pulled directly into our system. And now once these seeds get thrown in, they're immediately going to go into the squeezer because we set that up as well. So now all of our inventories are linked, all of our stuff is put together. We could also put an ender chest under here if we wanted, so we don't have to come back and keep gathering the blaze rods, but right now it's not really that big of a problem because we're not standing around waiting for those blaze rods to spawn. So as you can see, once this inventory empties up, all of it's going to stop going, and it's going to know this is going to go from red to blank, saying that there's no more items in our inventory. There's no reason to keep pulsing, so we're not going to waste our time pulsing. So it's a really simple, really efficient, really small way to make it work. I mean, it is a little bit of an investment with our energy up front, but at the same time, you know, it's worth it in the long run just for the simplicity that it has. So there is our unified inventory system, guys. It's just that easy. Like I said, an external distributor attached to the cargo manager will immediately start throwing everything through. Of course, you could use any other type of system that you wanted to pull out of here, and you could set it up exactly how you want. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I wanted it to be, I could say, instead of doing all of them, I want only everything from the top right to go out the side. No? Are you serious? Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. Either that or I have it set up wrong. Anyways, I want it all anyways. So we'll take it out there, and not a problem. Again, you could add like a diamond pipe here to sort, so we could send seeds somewhere, saplings another direction, apples yet another direction if we wanted. But for right now, this is all we really need, so not all that big of a deal. We do want to be careful, though, because I would like to keep at least a little bit of wood present so that this thing doesn't ever run out of power. Remember, we're using the wood for fuel in the engine, but I don't think it's going to be all that much of an issue, to be completely honest. But if they start slowing down, we'll know why, and we'll figure out a solution for it. But for now, guys, I think that's all we have for today. Like I said, everything is all kind of unified here. Everything gets thrown in. Everything gets put directly into our system over here. And we're going to have to start investing in a couple more drives, a couple more disks to store all this information, or all of this matter. The matter gets turned into information. I know we do have a 16K drive here, but I would like to get a couple more just to be extra safe. Because once our inventory gets full, it's going to back up this inner chest, which is immediately going to get full because we have a, 2 quarries running off of it. We have the combs running into it, all of that stuff. So if we go over here, we should see the squeezers continually squeezing. Once we get a full thing of seed oil here, it'll fill up this wax capsule, which should get thrown directly back into the ME system as a capsule full of seed oil. I don't know if we're going to have quite enough seeds here. Hopefully. Let's throw that one in too, just to be safe. It takes 100 seeds to make 1 capsule full of seed oil, which is quite a bit. But like I said, we have an infinite supply of seeds now. And there it goes. And it should get pulled back into the system, just like that. Easy as that. So now if we go back over to our ME system, we should have a couple seed oil capsules, or just 1 for now. But that's all we need. Like I said, that'll just slowly accumulate over time. And that's really, it's all automatic at this point. We could just sit down and everything would continually go without much interference. So with that, guys, I am going to go ahead and pause it. Next episode, I think what we're going to do is start working on some more of the advanced bee machines and start, really tweaking around our bees, making them exactly what we're looking for. And there's some really cool stuff that you can do with bees that like I said, we've only brushed the surface of them. And so we can do some pretty cool stuff. So thank you as always for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you guys next time. But until next time, don't be a stranger and take care.